Alright guys, no music this time. Sorry about the last video. Got substantially less likes than I usually do. Maybe on account of the fact of the ridiculously loud music in the background. Sorry about that guys. Yeah, I like to have music but sometimes, but got that one a bit wrong. And I couldn't reshoot the video because part of it was a live unpackaging. So yeah, that would have ruined all that kind of section of it. But never mind. Onwards and upwards, another pickup video. Not a lot to show, but pretty damn happy about one pickup in particular, which we'll get to later. First of all, a gift. I have been trying to get into virtual reality, at least the low end of the market, you know, the Google Cardboard, that kind of thing. And there's still some pretty cool stuff you can do, even on a really cheap headset. And I've experimented with a couple. First I got a real, like an actual cardboard set, which was cool. I mean, you could, one of the cool things I've done on it so far is you can walk around Google Street View with this little control on the side of Google Cardboard, and you can, you know, use that to navigate, you know, through the arrows on Street View. And I went to some pretty picturesque places, namely Portmeirion, yeah, which is the crazy little town that was custom made last century, and it was used as a location for The Prisoner, 1960s TV show. If you've ever seen that, it's really picturesque, amazingly beautiful place. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And it was the site of a festival called Festival Number 6 that me and my partner went to last year. So it's nice to go back there and to sort of revisit the location of that festival that we had such a good time at. Through Google Street View on VR. It was a really cool thing to do. And this is one of the things I really want to do this year at Glastonbury, is to make VR videos. But doing that might be a bit expensive, and the logistics of it are pretty difficult. Yeah, so I don't know if that's going to happen. I would love to. I don't know if it's going to happen, at least not this year. Anyway, so the Google Cardboard, I had quite a lot of fun with that. Then I sort of upgraded to this thing, which is actually less functional than a cardboard, your bog standard actual Google Cardboard thing. This is just a viewer. It doesn't have a control, so you can't actually navigate things. You can't influence anything with, you know, can't select stuff and such like, as you can with the little magnet attachment on a Google Cardboard. This is just a viewer. It's more comfortable and it's more durable, but it's really just for looking at things, 360 pictures, 360 videos, but it's very limited. So I hadn't really used it a great deal after the initial first few weeks. Anyway, so yeah, a few days ago a friend gave me this out of the blue. So really nice of him. It is a JDeal VR headset. And it's got a little slider there so you can use your phone's camera, which comes in handy for some apps that you can do in VR. Yeah, and putting the phone in is pretty cool. It's on this little tray here, so you just click it in with a little brace that holds your phone in like that. It's pretty good. And actually, surprisingly, it even works with a shitty tiny little iPhone 5, which is, yeah, I got this, I renewed my contract shortly before getting interested in VR, and I really regretted getting the small iPhone 5 after that. After I got into VR, having a small screen phone is just ruins basically your chances of enjoying VR through a phone. So yeah, I was a bit gutted, to be honest, but surprisingly this even works with a small iPhone 5. It's amazing. I mean, when you put it in to the tray, it kind of sits at the bottom of this, and I'll show you what I mean. If I can just slide that in there. So basically the iPhone 5 is so small, you can see how not central it is, and yet even that still works through here. And it comes with a little controller that I had somewhere that I purposefully went to search for before starting this video so I could show you, and now I cannot see it. What have I done with it? Anyway, it comes with a little controller, so you can manipulate stuff on screen and select options and such, again like the original Google Cardboard, but it also has buttons and a pad on it. Where the fuck is it? Pockets. Remember those things? yeah, so it comes with that. So you can do a lot more with this now. So obviously little control stick there and buttons, so you can play games on it and use it as a selector and such. So a lot more functionality, and yeah, it's fairly heavy, but you know, it's more functional. It's got better padding, better lenses, and more adjustability as well. So you can adjust the distance individually of the lenses up and down and such. So yeah, just another way of me getting into cheap, low-end VR to keep getting, you know, as I remain psyched for the potential in PlayStation VR, which is probably the direction I'm going to go for that, because it'll be cheaper and I'll have a PS4 at some point next year anyway. So yeah, that'll be happening at some point, no doubt. On to other pickups and such. Right, first of all, I believe this was off a game shop exchange website or something. Scalar, £3.50, cool looking little platformer. It looks like it has really great graphics. I'll try and show you some of the pictures. Focus. Yeah, it looks pretty cool graphics. Pretty good looking game by all accounts. Scalar, yeah. Again, platformers are a rare breed these days. You have to go back to the 6th generation to find a real glut of them. So I'm yeah, enjoying getting back into platformers on the 6th gen. So really happy to have that for £3.50 complete. Nice. I can't remember if I actually showed this one already in a previous video, but I got Far Cry 2, really enjoyed Far Cry 3. I haven't really given much time to this yet, but you know, it's fairly different, but yeah, it's certainly got some pedigree there, hasn't it? So happy to have that with the maps and everything. Exciting. I think it was about £2. So yeah, right, this game, I think this was a game that I heard kind of recommended by Dean, Skip to Gaming, and it's Singularity. And I actually thought I already had this when I saw it. I had to message my partner to check in the cupboards to see if we had it, but no, we didn't. So I got it £1.50. £1.50 from a place called That Game Shop in Arnold, just outside Nottingham. But yeah, pretty cool looking post-apocalyptic first-person shooter. Yeah, supposed to be pretty sweet. Looking forward to playing that. I also picked up KO the Kangaroo. I already had this. This is for a friend. Yeah, so, but yeah, really cool platformer. I have played a bit of that. It is fun, so that's a good pickup. Right, I went to the car boot. It was a glorious Sunday morning. The sun was shining bright. Lots of people out. It was the furthest back in the queue that I've ever been. You know, you've got to get there for the start of it, haven't you? So you get there for the queue, get all psyched up, and it was a real long queue. But yeah, glorious day, and found some OG Xbox stuff, no doubt. Usually when you go to car boots, it's just all PS2 and Wii, and you might get the odd Xbox game here and there. But this one guy, this one seller, had an entire box full of original Xbox, which is very rare. So I dove straight in and probably picked up some titles that not necessarily on my watch list, but yeah, all definitely stuff that I'm intrigued to try out. Like I said, he had a whole box full. I picked out 7. He was asking for £1 each. I tried to do a bit of bartering. You know, I says, because there was a few people behind the desk at that stall. I didn't really know who was in charge. I just generally said in the general direction of those people, I said, you know, I've got 7 here, will you do 7 for £5? Because some of them have got a few scratches on, so it's a bit of a risk. And 2 of the people said, no, £1 each, no, £1 each, no. But then one guy, who must have been the main curator, at least of the games section, said, yeah, go on, alright, I'll do 7 for £5. So, 7 for £5. Die Hard Vendetta. Already tried to buy this not long since, but the copy that I got previously was scratched and did not work. This one does work. And it's complete. The last one that I got was not complete, so double trouble. Upgraded my copy of Die Hard Vendetta, yeah, for a nice little price. Like I said, the next 7 games for £5. Yeah. So Die Hard Vendetta. We've got Battlestar Galactica. I have very, very vague memories of watching the original programme as a very small kid. Must have been reruns. Was it on in the early 80s? I don't know. Probably was. Yeah, but yeah, some space exploration shooting type things going on. That has got to have some fun within the game, no doubt. Battlestar Galactica, anyway. Far Cry Instincts Evolution. I already had Far Cry Instincts. I did not have the Evolution version, where you get extra powers, I do believe. I'm not sure if there's any other upgrades to the game or differences. It's not a completely different game, is it? Surely not. But yeah, Far Cry Instincts Evolution. Yeah, going to enjoy that one definitely. Now this is another game that I already had, but I again have upgraded my copy. We have Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition, another game that was recommended to me by Dean, Escape to Gaming, and he knows his races. So if I ever need some, you know, some racing game recommendations, I go to Dean. But yeah, I just upgraded my copy. The other one didn't have a manual and was a bit battered, so happy to have that. We've got Mission Impossible, Operation Suma. So yeah, there's got to be some kind of Sam Fisher light escapades going on in there. I'm sure that'll be a lot of fun. Spy games usually are quite cool. So Mission Impossible. Anybody who's played this or any of these, let me know what you think of them. What am I in for? Yeah, we got Driver Parallel Lines. Really enjoyed the original Driver. I think I played Driver 2 back in the day on PlayStation 1. I hadn't played any of the 6th generation Driver games. But yeah, Driver Parallel Lines is supposed to be pretty sweet, so happy to have that. And then we got Pilot Down, Enemy Behind Lines. Behind Enemy Lines. I believe this is a PAL exclusive. That's probably the main reason it intrigued me to pick up today. I hadn't really, you know, had this on my radar, but again, it looks like a sort of, you know, Splinter Cell clone-ish, maybe. Elements of different genres in there, you know. But yeah, little adventure game, PAL exclusive, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. Pilot Down. So yeah, those 7 for £5. I was pretty happy with that. That was a good day at the booter already. But then I kept going round, and lo and behold, there were some more OG games. Another guy who had quite a few, most of which I wasn't interested in at all. But I got the three for £2 here. So yeah, the next 3 for £2. Got The Incredibles. Really cool film. See what the game's like. We got Burnout 2, Point of Impact. This says 15 extra crashes, or Crash for Cash junctions. I don't know if that means it's extra content. It's not a special edition or nothing, is it? No. Yeah, anyway, Burnout 2. Maybe that's some Xbox exclusive content, is it? I don't know. Why are they crowing about that? 15 extra Crash for Cash junctions. Anyway, Burnout series, a series I haven't really spent a lot of time with, but definitely well thought of, so happy to give it a crack. And then, we have Brothers in Arms, Road to Hill 30. You might remember, if you've been subscribed for a little while, that I held up a kind of steelbook of this, thinking it was some type of special edition. It wasn't. It was a kind of a pre-order bonus that you got when you bought this game. So you could get this extra steelbook thing, which I'll show you now that I've mentioned it. I'll just mosey on over there. So yeah, I bought this a little while back, thinking it was a limited edition, because it looks like a limited edition. Yeah, but actually, when you read on the back, the game's not included in this. This itself is full of promotional stuff, and it's basically a bonus that you could have got for pre-ordering this game, I do believe. That's what I'm told. But yeah, that's probably a pretty cool shooter. So, you know, war games not usually my thing, but I have heard good things about this one. So a fun game is a fun game. What are you going to do? So yeah, really happy with those from the booter. I have one other pickup. It's quite special. Potentially. Let's find out together. Right. This is one of the big ones for original Xbox. This is one of the really hard to find ones. I tried to find some listings on eBay just before making this video to make a comparison of what it's going for, that kind of thing. I couldn't even find a completed listing for this game. Not on PAL format anyway. It's significantly less uncommon on NTSC, and I was going to go that way. I was going to get it on NTSC just because I didn't think I'd ever come across this on PAL, but I have done. Yeah, so here's Shaolin Showdown. Now, not a spectacular game by any accounts, but very, very uncommon, difficult to come by. Like I said, I couldn't even find any sold or completed listings to compare in this country. There's certainly none listed at the moment, so I don't have any idea what this goes for. I don't know what the average is. I got it for 20 quid. Delivered. Complete and in really good condition. The manual's shining. Yeah. And the disc is nice too. Shaolin Showdown, 20 quid. That is one of the big ones for the original Xbox. It's a collector's piece. Yeah, I don't really... I'm going to play it. Let's see what it's like. Maybe it's awesome. Who knows? Maybe this is great fun. But I am a little bit... I do feel a little bit dirty. A little bit dirty in a good way. Yeah, it's a rare one. I'm happy to have it. So it's out, Shaolin Showdown for 20 quid. That is it. Alright guys, next video may be something that I'm planning to do, which is I'm trying to go through my collection and weed out games that I don't think are going to appeal to me. You know, I generally do buy stuff that I want to play that I think is going to appeal to me, but you can't always hit the nail on the head, can you? So I'm going through and picking out and playing some of the games that are kind of on the cusp of, you know, are they not up my alley? And yeah, if they're not, I'm putting them to the side and I'm going to do something with them. Maybe trade, give away something. I don't know. But yeah, that's coming. I'm gonna do a kind of list video with a difference. These are the games I don't like. And does anybody else want them? Maybe. I don't know, but that's it. Alright guys, anyway, I'll stop rambling. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.